Hello Pisces, and welcome to your June reading. This is a general reading for all Pisces rising and all moon, sun, or Venus placements in Pisces. I will bring in astrological influences for part of this reading, so if you're not sure of your planetary placements, simply search the internet for a free natal chart and enter your birth date and time information if you know it. It will generate a birth chart for you, including your rising sign with the time information. When I refer to placements in houses during this reading, that will be based on your rising sign, Pisces rising. If you have a different rising sign, be sure to check that out when I get the other readings posted as well. I've shuffled and cleared your cards, and we'll do a quick shuffle cut so that we can start your reading for June. This is a general overview. It's not meant as a personal reading, so individual messages will not be present for everybody. I hope that you can connect. Well, there we go. Okay. Loyal heart, Pisces, loyal heart. This is an oracle card from Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm going to bring it in during the reading, and at the very end, I may read a little bit from the book for this. Okay. So there's our oracle card for June. And then we have, I've also shuffled and these cards as well. This will be your tarot reading. I'm going to draw 5 cards at first, and I will clarify. I'll pull clarification cards as needed. Okay, the first card at the top here is your topic. We have 6 of Pentacles, success. Look at the golden sunlight behind, a symbol of happiness and success as well. So there's some earth energy. That always helps you out, Pisces. You can be a little bit dreamy. You'll have all that water energy. So here's your focus, the topic, success in your work. Oh, and then your energy, 3 of Pentacles. That's also work. So you're going to be using this energy to focus and work on this and get from the 3 to the 6. And I will explain more as we go. Okay, your possible challenge here is in the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is very much a community celebration, excitement, inspiration, and that could be, it could be that you're going to be in a celebratory mood, which distracts you from the work goals in front of you. This is your challenge, and this is how you will rise to meet that challenge. The Queen of Cups. Well, of course, because you're water, and we'll talk about the Queen of Cups and perhaps clarify. Then you got the World. Okay, the universe, as it's called in this deck, and that is your possible outcome, and it's the closure of a cycle, the completion of a cycle. Okay, this is, you've got a really positive reading here in front of you. I don't see any negative energies. Even your challenge is disguised as celebration and happiness. So let's go ahead and get into this in a little more detail. First of all, we have the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is about, well, 6s are about harmony and empowerment, stability. This is your focus topic for this month. This is what you want to achieve. You want to focus this particular energy so that you, and it's not that you want fame. You don't want to be famous and well and noted for shallow things. You want to be appreciated for your real talents, your real skills that you've developed, Pisces, and you want to be well, to be appreciated, you have to be noticed, and that's what this card is about. It's about people recognizing and valuing your talents and skills and appreciating you as a person and whatever role that you're serving as you relate with them. Now, let's look at what we've got. A full moon coming up here in a couple of days on June the 3rd, and this is going to occur in your 10th house. You had a full moon in May 5th, and that was the full moon eclipse, and that happened in your where did Scorpio go? That happened in your 9th house, expansion and growth. So it forced some changes. It forced you to let go of some things. But it looks like you're going to be focusing on your reputation and career in your 10th house and your goals, setting goals. Um, excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. Let me get some water. You're going to be focusing on those with this full moon. And you'll be doing some deep reflection with that because of some other influences as well. But first I want to talk about this full moon is aligned, very well aligned with something called the Great Attractor. And that is a huge center of gravity off in a galaxy far, far away, hundreds of millions of light years. But its gravitational force is so strong that it affects so many heavenly bodies in the universe. And in our case, it's affecting the full moon in a way that is going to heighten your already strong intuition. Pisces, one thing you rely on in this world to understand the world around you is your intuition. You've got a really strong one, and it's going to be really heightened and aligned with your higher self, enlightenment this month because of this full moon eclipse. Full moons, you need to reflect on things. You need to look at what happened in the month since that full moon eclipse, and you're going to be assessing. You're going to be looking in the topic of reputation and career, which is perfectly exemplified by this card here. And you're going to set some goals based on what you see as your growth. Think back to a month ago. Where were you? Where were you in this path? And now look where you are now. And let's see if you like where you are now and what you're going to do to work on that, which moves us over here. This is the energy that Spirit's giving you, the Three of Pentacles. Now, it looks like we have a graffiti artist here. And the graffiti artist has acquired some skill, acquired some expertise. But the Three of Pentacles is still maybe not a novice, and they're past apprentice, but they're still in the beginning stages of establishing their career. They're in the beginning stages of people discovering their talents and skills, discovering them, who they are, and how they can contribute, what kind of asset they will be to the work environment. Now, by work environment, of course, it can mean anything that you see as a place where you're going to put out systematic effort. That could even be a hobby where you're developing expertise. It could be that if you're on vacation or taking a few weeks off or a few days off, you're focusing on some home repairs, some home renovations, or just some spring cleaning. It's a little past spring cleaning, but some of us haven't gotten to it yet, have we? Speaking for myself. So this Three of Pentacles says that whatever this area of focus, whatever type of work we're talking about, that you've just stepped into the real world and you're really ready, and maybe into a career you've chosen compared to related training in jobs you didn't want to really keep, and maybe you are now in a career that you really want to flourish. You really want to see what you're capable of here. This is the energy you're bringing in, that newfound energy to this new career path, and it may not be a new career. It could just be that you've changed. Maybe you've been transferred to another location. Maybe you've been given a project, your responsibilities and expanded somewhat. Let's look where your Jupiter is. Jupiter just moved into your third house, of communication, the mind and thinking, of your social interactions. So for the next year, you are going to be expanding your communication skills, and however it applies to this is what you will be working on and refining for the next year. So that's there in your third house. Now, we're also going to be talking about some retrogrades, a couple of retrogrades that are going to bring you to a point of deep reflection and review. But first, let's talk about Mars and Venus. Where are they? They're in your sixth house of health and wellness, self-care, work habits. Okay, that fits very well with here, because you are going to definitely have to focus on this from a viewpoint of, yes, I'm still learning and still refining my talents. I want to move from a newbie, from beginner in this field, to someone who's seen as having more expertise, someone who's a real asset to the company, to the department, to the classroom, to this job within the bigger umbrella of jobs in this organization or institution. So you want to expand that, and you want to focus on Venus says you want to, since it's your health and wellness and your self-care, that says to me that Venus wants you to, what do they say today, glow up. They want you to really, really polish yourself. Make sure that you're sleeping well. Get your beauty rest. Make sure that you're taking some time to rest and relax. Get your R&R. Get your self-care in there, your wellness, your activity, so that you are appearing at your best. And then Mars is telling you to get after it. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for the right equipment. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Just make your opportunity. Make time for it. Get out there and do it. Take all of that willpower that Mars gives you and use it. Okay, so we know where the focus is going to be. We know what kind of energy Spirit is giving you. Now let's move to your possible challenge here. It looks, see how the Three of Wands, see how she has the energy of fire tripled, and she's standing at the edge of a cliff. This says that she is contemplating moving out of her comfort zone. And the fire suit, whereas the earth suit, the pentacles, represents your resources, your security, your work and environment. The fire element represents energy and inspiration, but it's not just careless and reckless. She's not going to step off into space without a plan. She's going to put a plan in place, and she's going to do it by design. The wands carry their ability to inspire and their own inspiration they carry within, and all of the energy that is native to their element. They use that wisely. They plan first. So this is an obstacle. It could be an obstacle, but it looks here, the Queen of Cups, which is the way you're going to overcome this obstacle, wants you to take this youthful enthusiasm right here, this inspiration, and tame it somewhat. The Queen of Cups, the element of water, which you know very well, Pisces. You're very dreamy, you're creative and imaginative, you're loving, you're artistic, empathic, sensitive. All of those are water energies, emotional, charming, considerate, easygoing. This is why people love Pisces. Now you're being brought down to earth here during the month of June, but the Queen of Cups is the mastery of all of that, and she uses it to enhance and run her domicile, her small kingdom. She takes all of that water energy and points it within herself and within her home, within her immediate environment, where the people she loves and cares about and values, where they cross paths a lot. So it could be in this new job, this new project, this expansion of your job. It could be that this is the domicile we're talking about, the dominion, and the Queen of Cups brings the mastery of the suit to help you navigate, maneuver, improve, and show who you really are to everyone around you with this enthusiasm, but used with consideration of what came before you, how you want people to see you. And before we get to this, I think I want to clarify these two cards. I want more on the Three of Wands. Why do we have the Three of Wands as a possible challenge, other than the fact that this newness at whatever work we're talking about could be distracting? You're distracted by less, maybe the more superficial. Oh, okay, Justice. Justice is, as you can see, there's the scales there, and Justice is represented by air, thinking. That's because Justice has to look at all sides of a situation, and they want to balance the scales. This is about earthly justice and fairness. They want to be sure that what's happening is Spirit wants you to, yes, they want you to succeed at work. They want you to be recognized, but not at the expense of keeping balance in your life and balance in your environment. so that this Queen of Cups energy in your immediate environment, so that you take whatever skills you're learning and talents you have and expertise you're developing to gain your appreciation. They want to be sure that you do it in a balanced way. Don't get too inspired. Don't maybe bulldoze your way through certain issues or aspects of a situation, thinking that your enthusiasm and fresh approach alone can win the day, because you still need to employ the thinking, your work ethic, etc. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Okay, this answered some questions I had in my mind. How is the Queen of Cups going to help you do that? Oh, that's interesting. Through the Three of Swords. This is a past sorrow. Okay, well, let's look at what's going to happen in a couple of weeks when Saturn goes retrograde in your sign, in your first house. It wants you to review the past, and it wants you to look at not your identity as you see yourself, but your identity as others see you. So you need to, and what it wants you to focus on perhaps is something, maybe a mistake you made in the way you related to people, or maybe a way you were presenting yourself in a situation that you regret, that maybe, oh, that's right, that, okay, you were still growing and maturing. A certain aspect of your personality that you present to others was maturing, and you didn't quite have a handle of it. You may have gotten a little too reckless, a little too emotional, because Saturn is your internal parent. So what they want you to do is, there's an incident in your past, one or more, but let's say there's one incident in your past where if a parent or a grandparent had been with you and they had been witness to this version of you that you were presenting to the world, your little world at that time, would you have been proud of that? Would it have been the you that you want to show? Because Saturn is about maturity. It's that internal parent that's saying, okay, adulting, growing up is important. And in this current situation, you want to take the lesson you learned from here, and with the wisdom of the Queen of Cups and the mastery of her emotions as she applies it to her immediate world, whether work, home, friends, etc., you're to take that lesson and apply it so that you achieve this in a balanced manner, a fair manner. Let me go back to the full moon. Yes, the full moon check-in with where your intuition is going to be heightened, and also the full moons illuminate the unseen or the not been seen in quite a while that maybe you've repressed a little bit. You're going to be digging deep and using that to help Mars and Venus really clean up that 6th house of health and wellness, self-care, your work habits, etc. And then help Jupiter and how you communicate with folks so that you are as professional as absolutely possible. Very interesting, very interesting. I want to bring out the loyal heart here because that's going to come into play, and I'm going to read from the book on that. I may get a clarification card on this as well. But finally, for your possible outcome for the month of June, it looks like you're going to make progress toward the completion of a cycle. I think you're going to be saying goodbye to an older version of you. And I don't know if that's related to your age, if it's related to a new situation you find yourself in that brings out a new aspect of you. But you're saying goodbye to the old Pisces. The old Pisces has completed a cycle, and you are stepping into a whole new world, a whole new universe. And you'll be ready to start on your in the Fool's journey. The Fool is the figure that, the spiritual figure that made the journey through the 22 cards, well, starting with the Fool at 0, through the 21 cards, and ended the journey here. The Fool learned from lessons all along the way so that they can now apply this energy to this material success. And somehow this loyal heart is going to come into play. And I want to know more about that. But first, let me read from the book. This is card number 35. Okay, number 35. The Oracle's message for this card. The essential meanings are fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. Maybe Pisces, maybe you've been a little fickle about something. I don't know if you were job hopping, or I don't know if you were getting different. Maybe you've got a new boss and you're going to be developing a loyal or faithful relationship with this person. But the Oracle's message is evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you. So that could be in your home environment or your work environment, wherever this work ethic is going to apply. There's a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. Spirit is giving you these energies right here, this help for this possible obstacle. This is why, and then this energy to achieve this. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected and directed. And you know what else this makes me think? Yes, you have the divine spirit of justice, the angel of justice in your favor, but it could be that this figure here could represent a mother or grandmother figure. It could represent someone who's passed away, who still feels close to you and watches out over you, and is going to help you in this new journey that you're undertaking. But let me take really quickly, I forgot to talk about Pluto. In a couple of weeks, Pluto is going to go retrograde from Aquarius, which is your 12th house of spiritual growth and completion, where it is now. It's going to go back to, or appear to go back to, your 11th house of collective efforts and social awareness, humanitarianism. And you know, that's a part of growing up and completing a cycle. So Pluto is going back to take care of some closure. It'll be there for about 6 months. And Pluto is about unresolved issues. And remember, collective efforts, humanitarianism has very much to do with justice and a sense of fair play. So this introspection that Pluto is going to be giving you for the next 7-8 months or so, before it goes back to Aquarius, is going to help you develop a loyal heart, so that you are using this energy wisely. And when you achieve your success, you can be truly proud of it. You can look yourself in the mirror and be proud of how you've gotten from here to here. That's what this whole reading is about. How did you get from here to here? And that's with a loyal heart. And then ultimate fulfillment and completion of a cycle. Okay, well, that's all I have for you today, Pisces. I hope that it was helpful. If you enjoyed the reading and you found anything enlightening, I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. I'll be putting up more specific readings during the month of June, some toward love and relationships, or at least one toward love and relationships, one toward money and career, your work, as well as a check-in. So I'll be putting some more readings up, so please look for those. And thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching it.